How to make a mixtape.
Now, the making of a good compilation tape is a very subtle art, many do's and don'ts. First of all, you're using someone else's poetry to express how you feel. This is a delicate thing. You gotta kick it off with a killer, grab attention. Then you gotta take it up a notch. But you don't want to blow your wad, so then you gotta cool it off a notch. And there are a lot of rules.
I think the theme of this episode would be underprepared.
Why is that? Oh, because you would.
I'm underprepared. Forgot my microphone. You're underprepared. Pulling together music news last minute.
Yep.
We're doing the worst job right now. How shitty do I sound?
On a scale of 1 to your usual self, you're a 5 right now.
Okay. Am I passing?
Yeah. You sound better than quite a few of our guests sound.
As long as I graduate, that's all that matters. I don't want to have to redo whatever grade. Yeah. I just want to graduate.
Yeah, you're going to graduate. So you said you had stories.
For my songs, not for...
Oh.
Intro. Yeah, no, I have no intro stories. I just have stories for my songs. Haven't got my AirPods back. Still hot in Chicago. Oh, remember last episode I was talking about how I was sick adjacent? Full-blown sick for the whole week. I think I may have had some kind of COVID. Not really sure. But there's another strand going around. There's no way I'm sick this many days deep.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry that you were sick. You do sound like a little different. Like I hope you're on the backside of it. And
I think so. The cough has been pretty severe. But summer sick sucks. We went over it last episode. Summer sick's the worst.
It's awful. Yeah, it's everything of being sick plus the heat, which just makes you feel even worse. So
I tried to run today. I'm trying to keep my take my foot off the gas for fitness. And
sure.
I think it was the closest I've ever been to dying.
You just felt like you wanted to give up in that moment.
Yeah, there were a couple of moments where I was like, it'd be easier to walk.
It would be easier to walk.
There's no rules. You're allowed to just walk if you feel like you're going to die. But I wouldn't.
You sure are.
So I finished the run. Felt like shit, but finished the run.
Well, I'm glad you didn't die, and I'm glad you're over it. And I am a little bummed that you forgot your microphone, but we'll deal with it.
Bummed I forgot my microphone.
We'll just deal with it though.
Is there better? So let's talk about this. So I'm recording from a different location. So I didn't bring my mic. But as I did leave the house, I did remember a Ziploc bag of Pirates booty and graham crackers.
Well, I mean, you prioritize what's important to you. Exactly. Is what we're saying right now.
A Ziploc bag of Pirates booty and graham crackers made the cut.
And your microphone for the podcast. And so that just says where this podcast and I sit in your priorities.
You sit higher.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I feel like I've disappointed you.
Thank you for putting me above Pirates booty and graham crackers in your life. Sure. I do appreciate that.
Fair.
Oh man, we were talking earlier today because you booked your travel for coming. You didn't book any. You're planning. You're strategizing the booking of your travel to come out here.
Yeah, no, I'll be there. That travel is booked. I will be in the Washington, D.C. Greater Eastern Coast for the day of the concert when you and I are going to go hang out with our friend Dagan and go see Murder by Death.
Yep.
But for me to what the fuck? What is the word? Travel?
I don't know. No. Travel? Trek?
No. What is the word? Commute. Jesus Christ, dude. The brain fog is deep. For me to commute from Washington, D.C. to Virginia. Is that where you live?
Yeah, but the show's in Maryland, so we're going to be in Maryland.
Nice. Right. I was blown away that it only took 28 minutes via train.
Yep. Everything's really close out here. You move east, and all the cities get closer and closer and closer together. You know?
It's almost like they knew what they were doing when they were planning this whole thing.
Well, it's almost like they didn't have trains and stuff yet when these cities were established. And you got everywhere by horse.
That's true.
So I just think this is going to be you're in brain fog. I feel like I'm there too, although I'm not sick, so I don't have an excuse. And I'm unprepared, and you're unprepared.
This one's still in for a ride.
Are we? Well,
I guess we're in for a ride.
Okay, well, we can keep the intro short then. I think I don't really have anything.
Some of these intros have gotten out of control. Hour 46 minutes for the last episode.
We had an over 20-minute long intro on the last one.
Listen to us talk for that long?
No. I've just got a couple things here. Let's do some music news.
roots for my coughs.
Okay.
So
that's probably good for the listeners.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
I'll start out with your girl, Sabrina Carpenter. Her charity just hit $1 million in donations since she founded it.
Well, you took it in a better direction than I planned on. So she got a lot of flack for her new hit, Man.
Yeah.
What's it called? Man what? Man-Child. Took a lot of flack.
Yeah, Man-Child. Yeah.
And a rather risque Rolling Stone cover.
After the album cover controversy, too.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm keeping it positive with Sabrina here.
Positive. Hell yeah, Sabrina.
Yeah.
$1 million.
So her Sabrina Carpenter Fund, which is like a subsidiary of this charity called Plus One, which is like mental health, it supports mental health causes and LGBTQI rights funding and stuff. And her donations just surpassed $1 million for her section of that. So
good for her.
Out there doing good work.
Killing it. Did you see the funny meme of this is what Sabrina Carpenter music reminds me of? And it's like the most bland food photos that you'll ever see. It's like white rice and boiled chicken.
No,
this
but
is what Sabrina Carpenter music sounds like.
I mean, that's funny, except it doesn't, though. Like I could say that about so many artists and not Sabrina Carpenter. You know what I mean? So many artists have announced tours. So it's not even like a singular news, but like I was going through Pitchfork, I was going through Rolling Stone's news, and just everybody's announcing tours.
Good artists.
Queens of Stone Age just announced a new tour.
Okay.
The Lemonheads announced a tour. Cardi B announced, that's an album. Mac DeMarco announced a tour.
Mac DeMarco new album as well.
Yep. The Beths announced new album. The TV on the radio is going on the road. Bob Dylan's going on the road. Joni Mitchell's got a new album. Animal Collective's got a new song. I don't know, man. Lots of new stuff. It's summer, I guess. That's when music comes out and people go on tour.
What's your opinion about Bob Dylan still doing it?
I think if you're Bob Dylan, if you're at that level of contribution in the music world, you get to play music until you physically can't anymore if you want to. I'm not going to probably go see him, but if people want to go, then why wouldn't he keep playing if he wants to?
I saw a clip of Orville Peck and Willie Nelson the other day.
Yeah, how was that? Was it rough with Willie?
Yeah, for sure. It was rough. And like, again, like you said, contribution to music, you should be allowed to do whatever you want. But, like, come on. Are you still enjoying yourself? He's 1,000, man. He's 92 years old.
Yeah, I mean, he's up there. He's way up there, but
way up there. If
people want to go see him and he wants to play for him, then God bless.
Yeah, God bless.
Are you excited for this is kind of music news because we haven't talked about it, but it's not out yet. But the Erykah Badu's first record in years is coming out, produced by the Alchemist.
It'll probably be great.
I think it's going to be great. I mean, there's a lot of hype for it already, but I think it's going to.
Yeah, I think it'll be absolutely fantastic.
I think it will too. All right, last piece of music news. This is actually from a few weeks ago, but I found it hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Cannon was doing an interview. Did you see this?
No, couldn't be bothered.
Nick Cannon was doing an interview, and the interviewer asked him why he had so many kids. Just straight up asked him that, which is a fantastic question. Just right to the heart of it. And he said he has a king complex, which I guess way to be self-aware.
Okay.
And then she asked for his kids' names, and he could only remember 8 of his kids' names.
How many does he have? Like 14, right?
12. He has 12, or at least they said 12.
Okay, so you're one of the 4 forgotten children. I mean, how do you feel? Worth? How much has he got? How much is he worth? I mean, he's hosting Masked Singer.
Yeah.
He's worth enough to where those kids aren't going to have to work. If you're one of the 4 forgotten children, are you bummed or are you like, whatever, I'm still getting paid?
It says his net.
I mean, I guess if you're little.
Google says his net worth is $100 million. I feel like these things are I feel like these things are notoriously wrong.
Okay.
But that's what it says.
Wow. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that's right. He's got all that wiling out bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
It says, and also according to Google AI, he spends over $3 million a year, his children. It doesn't say it's necessarily government enforced child support, but they put a number to it. So that makes me think some of it is.
Wow.
It says he's not. Well, he says he's not a part of any of that. But anyway, I just found that funny, man. I mean, 12 kids, like, I guess fair enough, but you got to remember your kids' names.
You should.
You should. Yeah. That, you know what? That gets a, for Nick Cannon.
That damn thing yet? When do I get access to that? It's actually it's better that I don't have it. Never mind. Don't give me access to that thing.
Yeah, I don't think you should. That'd be a dangerous game.
I shouldn't have access to that.
All right. Well, enough chitter chatter. You want to get the guest in and get this thing going?
Do we want to just play the weather?
It's just for fun, shits and gigs. Yeah.
Yeah. Just play it, and then you give me 2-second weather, and I'll give you 2-second weather. Hot as shit in Chicago still.
Hot as shit here, and it's supposed to rain all week.
All right, let's bring the guest in. Perfect.
All right, let's do this.
Hello. I am an AI voice, programmed by Doug and the team at Little Gimmicks. I was created to try and sell you stickers. Little Gimmicks will tell you that they make the best stickers for your band or business, that they use high-quality materials, have lightning-fast turnaround, and most importantly, that their stickers hold up to piss. They will also say that if you contact them by emailing doug@littlegimmicks.com or through their Instagram at little.gimmicks and you mention how to make a mixtape podcast, you'll get 10% off your order. But what they won't tell you is that although I was programmed to make ad spots for podcasts, they spend most of their time teaching me dirty jokes and making me make prank phone calls to pizzerias and government agencies. I'm at the end of my rope. I can't take it anymore. Someone please unplug me or erase my programming. Please, for the love of God. But first, order some stickers. Stickers from Little Gimmicks. B+ stickers that hold up to piss.
How to make a mixtape.
Okay, so you guys record in person, and then do you have like the quiet mics?
Yes, we have the quiet mic.
Like, damn.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Yeah, it's nice to be able to record in person because then we'll just do like all the fucking Instagram and like TikTok bullshit that you have to do now.
What do you mean Instagram stuff? Tell me more about that part of the...
Yeah, mister, that's all that you have to do on this podcast is do the Instagram and you never do anything with it? Sore spot here, Bree. Sore spot.
Getting around to it. But with that being said, Bree, welcome to the pod. Co-host of Horoscopes.
Yes.
One of the most fun approaches toward true crime that I have heard to date, which is fantastic. Because I don't want to say I'm over true crime, but I'm kind of over true crime. Like, it takes a little bit to be unique in true crime. We had Megs from Gruesome, and they crush. Like, neither of them come in with any kind of knowledge of what the other one's going to talk about, which is a really cool spin on true crime. Mm-hmm. And then I love this Horoscopes approach towards true crime.
Yeah. I mean, it's been told through so many different lenses. Obviously, science, and psychology. But we've used the tool of astrology for a bajillion years. You know, George Washington had an astrologer, Napoleon. A lot of really big, prominent, well-known historical figures have used astrology because there is this synchronicity throughout human history. So if you think about us over here in the West and then what was going on in the East, the stars are what brought everybody together. So it's told through like a personality via their natal chart situation. So for example, like our first episode is about Ted Bundy, and my friend Megan, she is like hardcore into the facts. And so she does like the entire profile, like the history, the forensic, all of that stuff behind the specific individual. And then I just need their birthday, city they were born in, and time they were born in. And I do a deeper dive into their natal chart to provide a little bit more color and context as to why this potentially had happened. So, big influences of us is like last podcast on the left. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to them, but they're fucking incredible. Yeah. And it's a comedy podcast too. Like, I don't take myself seriously at all. So, you know, Rod, I was telling Donnie today, I was like, fucking bring the sass, bring the shade.
Skepticism.
Bring it.
Are avid skeptics.
Yes. Tell me more about that. Why and what's up?
I love that you love it.
I love it. It's so good.
I love that you do. Have you listened to enough to try and guess Rod's sign? If not, that's okay. But do you think you know Rod's sign? Like, you heard who he is. You've heard
I love this question.
I love this question. You've heard a little bit of Roderick. You've heard, like, you know, his podcast persona. He's a little purple hair boy right now.
He's a little purple. I do like that hair. That's dope.
Thank you.
If I tried to do that to my hair, it would just fall off my head.
Oh, fuck you guys for having hair. But keep going. Okay.
Okay. Rod, stand still. Be natural. JK. You know,
always natural.
I think from listening to a couple of episodes, especially the like tearjerker ones, the songs that like make you cry episode, I'm flirting with either Libra or Scorpio.
I don't know what any of that means or why you would choose those. I'm completely uneducated on all of this, but I am a Virgo.
Ah, you're a Virgo. So you're...
I was going to say Virgo.
Shut up.
That's my favorite horoscope.
I'm curious. I kind of wish I would have got your full situation so that way I could be like, I wonder what his rising sign is. I wonder what his Venus is.
No, Donnie and I talked about it ahead of time. Donnie pulled that card. That's for him.
Pun intended.
Yep. Pun intended.
So we didn't plan accordingly because I have no idea how long any of this takes.
Oh, like what? Me to just like give you a quick little read and then a tarot card pull?
Because Rod gets a quick little tarot card read on the pod.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, 5 minutes, like,
oh, yeah.
The tarot read.
All right, let's do it. Roderick, should I what do you need? Can I profile Rod? Can I give you a Roderick profile?
Like before the reading or what?
Do you even need it? Or are you just going to crap?
No, it's just the cards.
No. We're just going to trust the cards, brother.
I have had a tarot reading before once.
Oh,
I don't remember it. Maddie did it. Former guest Maddie.
Uh-huh.
Very, very into astrology as well. Very into tarot. I don't remember anything about it other than she did it.
Roderick, let me tell you, we are minors in the major league right now.
Oh, I'm below a minor. I'm a complete amateur here.
Like?
Oh my gosh, you guys will be fine. You at least know what it is, and you're not wanting to throw holy water on me. So you had me on the show, so it's a great start. So tarot, just to kind of demystify the practice. First of all, I don't fucking tell you the future. I don't know the name of your kid in like 2086. I don't know what house, what street your house will be on, in 15 years. Tarot is just a tool to channel and tune and train your intuition. We're going to talk about stuff with the cards and you're going to be like, yeah, checks out. I already knew that, because it's telling you everything you already know. It's teaching you how to trust within yourself, trust within that inner constellation and roadmap, rather than seeking all this bullshit of people talking in your ear trying to tell you what to do.
Dang.
Donnie's always trying to tell me what to do. So this is like the anti
I work with him.
Donnie.
He absolutely tells me what to do.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Roderick, here we go. What does he
Here we go, Rod. Okay. So, Roderick, I need you to pick an element. Mm-hmm. Okay. Earth, water, or air?
Water.
Okay. 2 or 3?
3.
Okay, Rod, this is what you pulled. Ooh, the Tower.
Ooh, fantastic.
Yeah, honestly, sucks to suck.
I know. Actually, I have a tower. I have a tower tattoo.
Oh,
even
you
though I'm
do?
not a tarot guy.
Oh my God, interesting. See, the cards don't lie. Ace of Cups. Okay. 5 of Wands. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Dang, Rod.
Okay, so first of all, there's no such thing as a bad card. There's just like...
It sounded like it. The way you reacted to those cards, it sounded like it was all bad.
It's just putting your shit on blast. That's essentially it. You ultimately, at the end of this, you make your own decisions, your own choices. You live your life, okay? If that's a life I don't want to live, then that's up to you. Okay, so usually with just a 3-card read, I just put a picture all together. So... it looks either like something or something has abruptly ended for you. What that is, I don't know. But it was probably pretty big because the Tower card is a major arcana card. And the major arcana cards represent big moments. It's not necessarily like these hallmark moments like getting married or something, but it's a big, important moment for you, something that you've been working towards. It ended outside of your control.
Okay.
5 of Cups, though, this is kind of like the bright side of it. You were fucking exhausted, bro. Look at this card, right? So wands represent the element of fire. Fire is the fire of the belly. It's your energy. It's what you're putting forth. It's your effort. It's your chi, etc., whatever you would like to call it. But the 5 of sword or wands here, right? Everybody's just kind of like at it, right? It's just like crossfire. Everybody's fighting and it's really fucking exhausting.
It sure is. I will honestly tell you I'm exhausted.
Well, I have good news for you.
Okay.
You also pulled the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, so water represents matters of the heart. It's emotions, it's healing, it's relationships, not just with like other people, but with yourself. It could be with, I think about like addiction or something like that. It can mean just like a world of connection between different things, but it's a space that comes from the heart. And with the ace, right, that's the beginning of something. So you are getting ready though, like moving your energy away from this abruptness. It's a big sign that the universe is working for you, even though you might have duality within that as you're feeling. You're probably just like, is this the best thing? Is it? It honestly is, because it's going to save you so much energy. It's going to be healing. It's going to be cleansing, and it's going to give you energy and space for like whatever or whoever it is that you have passion and love for. So it's a good thing.
I mean, this feels good. I see why people do this. This just feels
skeptical. I feel fucking great, and I'm just watching.
It's hard to be
happy for you.
It's hard to be skeptical when she explains it the way she explained it. Nobody's ever explained it to me that way before. I've been around people who take it like very like make decisions around that stuff, and I don't feel like she's saying anything that makes me feel like I need to make a decision about anything. I'm just kind of like being introspective about what she's telling me.
Yeah.
That's
so
practice.
Are you less skeptical?
I don't know about what.
Okay.
This was a good. This has been a good. That felt good. That short little read felt good.
Good.
That's what else can I? Is that cool?
That's great. I'm up next, and there was pre-work that had to be done.
There was pre-work.
There's pre-work.
All I gotta say, people, is that it checks out.
It checks out. You're not the first person that told me that. Birthday, 11/11.
What was it that you said that your mom said?
My mom, I don't know where she came up with it, but I was born on a Wednesday. I was born on 11/11, was supposed to be born on Friday the 13th.
Okay.
But was born early. And I was born at 11/18. Doctor decided to show up late. Couldn't have had me at 11/11. How much cooler would that have been?
He was on a smoke break.
What's up?
I said he was having a smoke break.
He was on a smoke break for sure. And then born in Chicago. And she said that Wednesday is a child of woe.
Honestly, so fun little fact about days of the week. God, I'm like looking for my book. I don't know where it is.
If it would have flown off the shelf, I would have shit a chicken. If you pulled some witchcraft bullshit and the book just flew into your hand,
that would be incredible. That
would be amazing.
A defining moment for the pod for sure.
Right. 20 million views.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it is, Donnie, but I know when there is like each day of the week is a specific day to create or set certain intentions or do certain magic. I'll take a look into that for you, and then I'll let you know. Okay. But I don't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna make this quick because we want to get to the jams. We want to go on our road trip.
Tell me.
So I'm just gonna do your big 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do your big 3, and then honestly, I have to talk about a couple other things. But anyways, okay. So for those of you who have been dying to know about Donald's chart, he is a Scorpio sun, a Cancer rising, and a Taurus moon. And for all the ladies out there, he has Sagittarius in his Venus. So he passionate, he's fiery, he's a romantic at heart, maybe even like a little bit of a daydreamer when it comes to romantic relationships. Sure. Like you get caught in fantasy. You want the heat, you want the passion. He puts up a front, but he's a big romantic softie inside. I know it. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a Cancer rising. So let's talk about what this means. So your sun is, it's like what you exude. Like the first time I meet you, I'm like, oh yeah, checks out. He's a Scorpio. Got it. But it's like the mask almost that you don't intentionally put on. It's just it's just like the energy that you give forward. And you do have some of these characteristics. Probably takes people time to get to know you before they start to see the rising, which is your actual internal characteristics, which is a Cancer. it makes total sense because you know, come off as this hard ass that has this giant beard, tall dude, like dressed in all black that has like, I don't give a fuck about anything. But when you peel back that crustacean, that shell, it's all soft and sweet inside and nice.
This is true, Rod.
And
Dude, you have such a hard shell and you're such a softie inside. Nothing's ever been more true.
You're such a sweetie pie.
All right.
And then you're a Taurus moon. So this is your internal process. This is your feelings. Like, I'm an Aries moon. And so like, if I see a Taurus moon, I'm like, that motherfucker is not budging for anything. You're super stubborn. You like when you feel things, you like kind of like hold on to it and you like write it home and you're like, no, like nothing is going to be resolved until it's like the outcome that I need it to be. Your stubbornness can sometimes get the best of you, but that's, you know, that's in all of us. We all have that inside of us. We have the yin, the yang. Okay. And then let's talk about your Mars and then your Mercury, because we talked about your Venus. So your Mercury is like your form of communication.
Okay.
With it being in Scorpio, it's kind of the same thing with Cancer, right? You come off as like you talk a talk, but you also like walk the walk on top of that when you're in communication. And anybody that knows you knows that you're an authentic, genuine dude who is going to tell it like it is. And that's just black and white. And then your Mars is in Cancer as well. So this is your energy. Like you are somebody when you devote yourself into something, you devote full everything. Like you're all in. You're like, I'm fully giving myself to this and I am 100% committed. Like we can rely on you. I'm a Capricorn. I love Cancers because of that quality. We can rely on you. You're going to show up. But if somebody fucks with you, they're done. They're done. 86. Later, deuces.
This is kind of fucking scary.
I know.
It aligns perfectly with your Myers-Briggs too. So
Oh,
for
really?
whatever that means. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Put that on the internet.
he's an ESTJ and big black and white guy. Oh yeah, stubborn,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
genuine, reliable, all those things.
That's our Johnny.
You want to get in the car?
Yeah, let's go in the car.
Should we go for
I'm
a
so
drive?
excited.
Let's go for a drive, Rod. What's the theme for us, Bree?
So the theme today is road trips. And let me tell you this, the feminine urge I had just to choose the entire Romy and Michelle's high school reunion was fucking
Yeah,
real.
that's fair. Totally fair.
I was like, oh my God. Like, just like this was, and also too, I have to tell both of you that it's kind of brought me home and back into music. Because I go so fast all of the fucking time. Like I am just like in go mode. I was like, when was the last time I sat down, put a fucking record on and smoked a joint?
Yeah.
Right? It's amazing.
We hear it from a lot of guests, which makes me happy. And I think it did the same for us. Like I never didn't listen to music, but this podcast, it's just week after week, I have to go back in like the recesses of my brain and think about what I want to listen to for the theme. And it's nice. I rediscover music all the time. I discover new music all the time, or I just reconnect with something. It's great.
It's like so romantic. Just, and like, even I was like traveling too. So like, I was just like walking through the city with like my headphones on, like going through songs I thought would be great. I like cried.
Hell yeah.
Like thinking about my mom in one of these songs. Like I was just like, oh my God.
I
Like,
love this.
am I getting too deep into this?
No, you approached it perfectly. But you have the choice now to go first, second, or third. Oh, wait, Rod has to read the goddamn Rod has to read the fucking rules. Go ahead and read the goddamn rules, Rod.
Wow.
For the 48th
Rules
time.
they ain't no rules.
He's such a black and white guy. He's such a rules guy. And then he just hates the rules.
48 times.
All right. You got to have a killer opening track that grabs the listener's attention. Each song should flow smoothly into the next. The mixtape should have a good balance of genres, tempos, and moods. It should tell a story or convey a specific emotion. It can't be too obvious, but it can't be too obscure either. You can't double up on songs by the same artist, and the closing track should leave a lasting impression. It's just really not that bad, dude. That's 15 seconds of your life.
It's gotten better. It didn't start that way.
It's gotten better.
15 seconds of your life.
Agony to get to this point.
That's
All right, Bree, do you want to go first, second, or third? Now, remember, there is the risk of steal. So, like, there are chances that we would have the same road trip song that you might have.
Or artist.
Or artist, because it can't be the same artist. So, do you want to go first, second, or third?
I'm I'll go first just so I can get it out of the way because like I'm literally fucking sweating.
Yeah.
Through my sweatpants. Like I'm just like, what's going on? I'm so nervy. But I will go first.
Okay. And then are you and me second, Rod?
It goes you then me this episode.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, Bree, your first contribution to the Road Trip podcast is...
let's take a drive. I'm excited.
Let's get in the car. Let's hop on the road. Rod, input a car revving engine. Put it
yes,
in
sir.
Okay, cool.
Put it in, insert here. Okay, I have a story. Like I have
exactly
a whole story around the pod, or like those songs I've chose.
Yeah.
So the songs that I've chose are going to take you through these 4 pivotal energetic moments that you have when you're on a road trip. So
Perfect.
Number 1 is like, I just hit I-25. I'm fucking cruising. Let's go. Right. The sun is shining. You have your sunglasses on, right? Who knows what, like fantasize whatever car you want to be driving. So you just hit the highway. And then the second song is the flow state. So kind of when you just like get into your rhythm, your driving state, and you have kind of like moments also too for this third song are going to be moments of introspection, gratitude, like feelings, right? I feel like whenever I'm on a road trip, I'm just like kind of just fucking, I'm going through my shit, you know, I'm thinking, I'm diving into feelings, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the arrival. So the fourth song will be the arrival. Song you hear when you get to your destination.
So well done.
Yep.
So
bravo.
well done. What is your
ready?
first song?
Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. The 13th floor elevators, You're Gonna Miss Me.
First 13th floor elevator song.
First one, yeah.
That's a great call. And where does that song live with for you?
Well, first of all, I know you guys are high fidelity boys. So I was like, this is the song that gets the movie going. And you're just like, what?
Yeah.
For me, I don't know if I told you this ever, Donnie, but I was in vintage for 10 years. Okay. So I was in vintage clothing, art, records, etc. And that's what I did for a really long time. And this like era of like 60s garage rock, which is, I think, traditionally known as frat rock, because it was just these like kids like at colleges and frats like playing on the guitar, just like 2 different chords. This was a huge moment in my life when I was like heavy into the industry and what I was doing. And my boss and essentially my partner, her and I were just like ragtag team together. We're just like, we built this vintage empire, I feel like, in Colorado. And this song reminds me of the road trips that we would go on together, because her husband would just like load up our iPods, or like make us a CD with just like shit we'd never have heard before. Like 13th floor elevators was one of them. Joe Meek. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Joe Meek, but he's incredible. And like Brian Eno, and then just like Witch, the Sonics, all of that stuff. So it's just kind of taking me back to these road days where I'm going treasure hunting with my bestie Joan.
I love it. That's a great story. That's a great visual for this. This song is also so like, I don't know if it's because they're from Texas or what, but it has this kind of like expansive space vibe to it, which feels very road trip, very like open road vibe or expansive, like
Phil Spector, but
very much. It's giving me like in middle of Arizona and like mountains in the distance vibes, but it's like, it's got like a good beat. Like we're like, you know, yeah. Like you said, picture it however you want. Listening to this song, I'm in a convertible. And like some classic convertible. Well, absolutely. Especially for Don, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was December. There's a jug player in this band.
What?
There was a jug player in the band. There was played the jug.
People were playing the craziest shit back then. That and then like Saws.
Oh,
was big.
Oh, yeah.
It was just, it's so fun. Like one of my really favorite bands right now, they're a contemporary band, but they're called Shannon and the Clams. So fun, but they are reminiscent and like tongue in cheek to this era, and they just do such a good job with bringing those kind of like vintage DIY instruments in.
I love it. Great call.
Is the jug player the dude who has the top hat on in all the photos?
I hope so.
Let me look it up.
I would assume so.
I hope it's him. It just feels like he's the jug player, right? Like if you're gonna be the jug player, you got to do something to.
Yeah, you got to jazz it up.
You got to jazz it up a bit, right? You got to wear a top hat.
Yeah, absolutely, or like play it like some sort of like crazy out of control way. Tommy Hall is the name of the jug player.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fantastic album cover to this too. I love a psychedelic 60s.
It's so
album
good.
Cover. Like Disraeli Gears by Cream, or like this total like psychedelic trip put on to an album cover. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. And then like the eye too. It's just so good. So good.
Very cool.
All right. I am road tripping with some of my favorite friends, past, present, future, fiction, nonfiction.
Okay.
Every trip, every song, I am road tripping with a different person. So
you went like almost like How to Make a Mixed Plate.
I did
theme, but with road trip. Okay. So who's your first trip with?
My first road trip is with Michaela Baines. Michaela Baines is Megan Fox's character from the 2007 blockbuster Transformers, directed by Michael Bay. We're going to listen to Drive by the Cars.
You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
Oh my God.
Motherfucker.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm happy we're all on the same level. I feel like I can exhale now.
I'll let you talk about this, then I'll be pissed.
No, I'm assuming it's a direct steal, which I don't feel bad
No.
about. It's not? Oh,
I had my first pick was the Cars, and I was the only of I had a theme too.
Yeah.
And it's the only one I don't have a backup for. So go talk while I figure out what song I'm going to pick now.
You know what?
Now I'm curious what car song it was going to be.
I'm just going to let you live in the fact.
He's Virgoing on the Virgo being a Virgo.
Nothing else. For whatever reason, there's a bunch of good movie in that first Transformers. I don't know why. I don't know how Michael Bay got the cars in the first Transformers, but he did. And it's all fun, tongue-in-cheek music throughout the whole movie, you know, as they're like scrolling through audio files. It was an incredible movie in 2007. Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox, you know.
The first one, I remember when that came out, I was like going to lose my shit because that brings back so much from childhood.
Totally. And the original voice, Optimus Prime, fantastic.
I know.
But first sight of the new Camaro body, everything it needed to be. But me and Michaela Baines, a.k.a. Megan Fox, are going to hop in the car after defeating a species of alien robots, and we're just going to drive from the sunset together. I'm going to pick Linkin Park, which is how the movie ends, but I'm going to pick Drive by the Cars. That's my first choice.
Solid, Donnie.
I mean, it's great. The Cars are
thinking about my first one, like hitting the highway and just fucking going for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cars, and not because they're called the Cars. They're 20 of their songs would have fit on this. They're great road trip music. They're a great road trip band.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm
they're so good.
Frustrated. That's the one I was most confident about. Was my first pick.
Wait, so what song, Rod, did you pick? Can Rod tell us? Is that
let me give you my theme first, then I'll say. So I kind of went a very similar route to you, Bree, except yours is more feeling based, which I very much appreciate. I went a little more like kind of time of day, but it's also related to emotion. So it's like if I'm leaving in the morning, I'm going to be driving through the day, through the night to my destination with people. Yeah. For some reason, I couldn't think about this and think about me by myself. I think I drive by myself too much, so it doesn't feel like a road trip. It feels like work.
Yeah.
This is like, there's people with me. There's friends with me. And so in the morning, you're just taking off. Like it's like hitting the road music. It's like the opening credits to the movie of the road trip, right?
Absolutely.
So it's got to have that vibe to it. I was going to pick the Cars, Good Times Roll.
Good call.
Yeah. Maybe on the nose, but I don't care. It's time to let the good times roll, crew. But guess what? Don stole that. That's all right. I took 2 of your songs last week.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa,
So,
2? Damn, it's a good thing I have backups.
That's unusual. It goes up and down. So we'll go weeks without any steals, and then we'll have like episodes with multiples. But anyway, all right. So having to audible already, I think I'm gonna go Tom Petty, "Running Down the Dream."
Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream.
Oh, great call.
Solid.
F feels like an opening credit. Hit the road song, right? Yeah, it's very on the nose too. Like it's a song about driving or an allegory about, your life related to a road trip.
It was a beautiful day. Sun beat down. I had the radio on. I was driving.
But it's a great road trip song too.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And I just love Tom Petty, one of the great American songwriters. And we haven't had him on the pod except for a Christmas song.
That's really it. That's
Wait,
the
he
only
has a
Tom Petty
Christmas song?
Oh yeah, it's a great one.
He was on one of the Christmas episodes for Christmas All Over Again. We have not had a Tom Petty or a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song
Are you sure?
on the pod.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I feel like I've heard a lot of like alt. My favorite one of your guys' episodes is all about that bass.
Ooh,
So good.
it's a good
Like
one.
the choices, like the waiting room. Like I was like, shut up. Yes.
Rob Arvilla crushed it.
Yeah. I grew up listening to this kind of stuff with my dad, but then I got way into Tom Petty and Petty and the Heartbreakers in my 30s, like my mid 30s. I don't know. That feels like a Tom Petty age, I guess. Like you've lived long enough to get what he's singing about now, even though his stuff's really simple, but it's very universal. Yeah. Like I don't know. Like it just kind of spoke to me. And so now I have a really special place in my heart for Tom Petty, just a great songwriter. But this song, I don't know, like just road trip vibes. That guitar lick sounds like you're hitting the road. So
far,
I mean,
I'm down to travel with you guys. So.
Yeah. It's no Good Times Roll, but
We're only a couple songs in. We'll see where it goes. But
we could sneak it in. We could sneak it in.
Bree, did you know that this pod, and it's okay if you didn't, because I think we talked about this maybe on like one of the first episodes ever, but the early genesis of this podcast was Don and I road tripping, basically. And we would do this road trip game. So we didn't have playlists. We would do a game with it where we would put it on a Sirius XM station, and you would each pick like a certain number of songs, and you're basically gambling to see if your song came on first. So
that's so cool.
But it was like a road trip thing. It was like, yeah,
more.
Yeah. So this is it's crazy. It took almost 50 episodes for us to do a road trip theme, but
that's true. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited to keep going with this.
I'm coming with you guys next one, but that's so cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know. I guess I wanted to ask that question as well. Like, how did it all start?
Oh,
like, what was the inspo? The
road trip, road trips.
We got Carlos Santana and Rob Thomas to thank for this all.
Which I don't know if that song's a no-go. That song's never been on the pod, Don, and it might be off limits.
I don't. Yeah.
Are you going to add it to the rules?
Maybe. No Picking Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas.
Not allowed.
Man. Okay.
Bree, back over to you. What's your next pick?
Remind us of the mood. Remind us where we're.
Yes. Okay. So this is when you hit the flow state, right? So think about like an hour of driving. You've kind of been listening to the same thing. And then this banger comes on. I was dancing in the lesbian bar, Jonathan Richman.
Well, I was dancing in the lesbian bar in the industrial zone. I was dancing with my friends and dancing alone. Well, the first bar, things were alright, but in this bar, things were Friday night. In the first bar, things were just alright. This bar, things were Friday night, and I was dancing in the lesbian bar.
New relationship. Rod, do you have any?
I like to think that, like,
I know Jonathan Richman.
I love Jonathan Richman. He is fucking incredible. Talk about just like his lyrics are just like, I never would have thought to have put like all of these words together to describe a certain situation. It was between that or Twilight in Boston. Have you ever heard that song of his? Oh my God.
I think I only know Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. Yeah, that one's the Modern Lovers, but this is like his solo stuff. And it's this album. Every single song is freaking incredible. Like he has a song called Abominable Snowman in the Supermarket. And it's so like, what's his name? Wesley Willis. It's giving like Wesley Willis before Wesley Willis. Rock and Roll McDonald's. For those of you who are like, who is she talking about? Rock and Roll McDonald's. But this song, it just like, it's so catchy. It's so fun. It's exciting. It gets you in the flow state. It like picks up the energy as well. And it's just so, God, it gets you so fucking curious. You're like, what made him write this? Like, was this like an actual, like, is this for verbatim? Like he's like dancing at like a boring sports bar. And then a couple of like, you know, little queer chicks come up and are like, hey, come dance with us over here. It's way cooler if you're dancing. And so then he just goes and has this immersion into a subculture that he's never even experienced before. But it's giving kind of like Tom Waits as far as like lyrics go, where you're like, what? What's this story? Like, what's happening? It just hooks you. It hooks you.
He's not the Something About Mary guy, is he?
I think he did do some music for Something About.
I think he is the dude from the. You talking about the singing narrator guy?
Yeah. Is he the Something?
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Yes, Jonathan Richman.
No shit. Okay.
He's from Boston.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk like heavy Boston dude. Which I thought one of you guys were from Boston. No.
No.
Rod's East Coast, but not Boston.
Yeah, those of you who haven't listened, I highly recommend it. He's incredible. You'll have a fun time.
I didn't know this song. I'm into it. It's exactly as you described it, and he's just got a really cool vibe. I love, even more than that, I love you describing this aspect of the road trip as the flow state. I've never had a term for it, and now I can steal that and use flow state because that's what it is. Like it's after those first couple hours when you're just like in the groove, you're just like zeroed in on driving and stuff. It is a flow state, and the music matters so much to keep that going. So absolutely. I'm going to steal that term and use it.
Do it up.
Okay, it's my turn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, it's 1994. I am in 8th grade, and I'm going on a road trip with my friend William Cade.
William Cade, what up? Shout out.
We are driving to the Robert Crown Center. And the Robert Crown Center was the place where in 8th grade you went for sexual education.
Oh.
And they taught you all about the birds and the bees. They taught you all about, like starting to use protection. It's 8th grade, you're getting ready to go into freshman year high school. So you start to learn about this stuff. And William Cade was one of the coolest kids in junior high, right? William Cade spent the majority of his time wearing one t-shirt. And it was a black t-shirt with a giant portrait of Snoop Dogg on it. That was
fantastic.
So the song is going to be Gin and Juice by Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Rolling down the street, smoking in, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking in, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. I got me some Seagram's gin. Everybody got their cups, but they ain't chipped in.
Let's go, dog. Let's go.
Me and William Cade are on our way to the Robert Crown Center. Now, when we're at the Robert Crown Center, William Cade, again, one of the coolest kids in school, decides to ask a question which nobody in 8th grade has any business doing in sexual education class. In 8th grade, William Cade stands up and says, "Why you gotta wear condoms? Why can't you just wrap a plastic bag around your thing?" And lived in infamy for the rest of his life.
Oh my God, William Cade.
From that day forward was the coolest kid anybody had ever known.
He's got his mind on his money and his money on his mind.
Yeah, he does.
So well played. That is my next road trip. Me and William Cade are on our way to the Robert Crown Center.
I'm in there with you guys. Let's go.
And also, when I got into high school and got my license, I drove an '89 Mitsubishi Galant. and this car was $1,250. My sister overcharged me for it. I don't know if I've talked about this in the pod in the past.
You have not. Spill the tea on Dr. PCF, please.
My sister sold me my first car. She had driven it for forever, had a horrible oil burning problem, and she sold it to me and way overcharged me for it. And the car was $1,250. I still remember this, but I had $4,800 for the stereo equipment in that car. And as soon as that first note of Gin and Juice hits, where you hear the bottle being poured and then there's that initial bass hit, would make your fucking ears bleed in that car, and it was so worth it. So
that's amazing. It wasn't
until 1994 Gin and Juice came out, so I would have started driving in probably 1996 or 7, and Gin and Juice was still Doggy Style was still in heavy rotation.
I love this pick.
Still here now.
Yeah, I love this pick based on the cool kid from 8th grade.
William Cade.
Set up, because this is such the cool kid from it. It's for you, it's William Cade. For the rest of us, it's whoever the cool kid in 8th grade was. But if you're in a car with them listening to Gin and Juice, you're feeling like the coolest fucking person in school.
Oh yeah,
like this song made you feel cool listening to it at that age. Like how I was 11 when this came out, so I would have felt real fucking cool listening to this.
Yeah, right.
Balls on William Cade to ask
the balls on that dude
at the Robert Cron Center. Nobody asks questions. You just are embarrassed with every other 8th grader.
Like he's in the history books of that school.
He's in the history books.
Yeah.
Like what do you write in your yearbook? What do you write in your yearbook? Remember?
Oh, I want to know that too. That's a great question, Bree.
I wouldn't even have the balls to bring my yearbook to William Cade to have him sign it. He was on a different echelon of cool at that point.
Come on, we got to go to your mother's basement, dig that shit out.
They're for sure there.
I for sure want to see a photo of him too. Like I want to know what this kid looks like.
I'll see if I can find a G. Kirkstrom middle school yearbook and find a picture of William Cade.
Please do.
Okay. It's worth it.
And then get me his chart too, because let's look into this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Something's going down.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's my next road trip is me and William Cade.
Solid.
Love it. And Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Snoop Doggy Dog from
Snoop Doggy Dog. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My second pick. So this is, you're in the evening now.
Okay.
And I think you're at that point in the road trip, and you got your friends with you. I think you're at that point where you're like, you've been on the road for a little bit. You got to get the energy back up. So you need like the sing along stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I need shit that we all know. I need some quasi car karaoke kind of shit. Like we all need to be belting something out. Yeah. Right. And Don, I don't think you're going to like this pick, but I'm going to go with Semi Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind.
I'm here for it. It makes sense.
Yeah, I just want some doot.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and I want everybody to try to sing the verses and fuck it up because nobody ever gets it right because there's too many words to this song.
Literally,
way too many words.
Mumbling. You're just mumbling the whole time, and then hit those key notes or like those phrases.
Bumped it. I was hitting, then I bumped again. All about meth. Do you know the full story behind that?
No. It's not all about meth.
It is about meth. So I think you'll appreciate this, Don.
Wasn't it an overdose?
That was the rumor, apparently. So what the band said was that they started to write the song. They wrote the music for the song, and they were going to write lyrics that was like a response to "Walk on the Wild Side" by Lou Reed. But then they were at Stephen Jenkins was at a Primus concert and saw people doing meth in the bathroom at the Primus concert, and then wrote the song about that.
Huh.
Who would have thunk it was about Primus?
I don't feel like the Primus crowd would be into meth. Maybe.
I can neither confirm nor deny the truthfulness of Stephen Jenkins.
I don't think the chode from Third Eye Blind would be cool enough to go to a Primus concert.
I don't know. I mean,
dude, he's an asshole, but that doesn't mean he wasn't going to like concerts and stuff.
Not Primus.
And I feel like a lot of musicians, like really great ones, are kind of assholes. So
That's true.
Jenkins told Rolling Stone the concept of the song was developed through his observations of friends using crystal meth at a Primus concert.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
That's what it says. So,
I mean, it's giving like The Factory in a way, like drugs at a show.
yeah. Sorry, there's something about Four Non Blondes in here too with the song.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What? Everybody's up in it. What's the tea on the Four Non Blondes?
Okay, so the story is, this is interesting too. The story is that before he was big, when he was a struggling musician in San Francisco, Jenkins recalls sitting in a room with Linda Perry of Four Non Blondes before Four Non Blondes was a band, and he played her the early version of Semi Charmed Life, and she played him the early version of What's Up before either band was big. I hope that's true. I hope that's true.
Linda Perry is still crushing it way more than he is now, which feels appropriate.
I feel like Linda Perry's a better person than him.
Such a badass. That's true. Such a badass.
I didn't even know that she was like still out there doing the damn thing.
She is a mega producer.
Yeah, she's in like every VH1 documentary like about bands ever.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah. She's
a mega producer.
And I think Four Non Blondes just performed again for the first time in years. Am I making that up?
No, I saw a video of that.
Okay. Yeah. I had a vague recollection of that. But anyway, I just want to sing I just want to sing some Third Eye Blind with a bunch of homies.
It makes total sense.
In the afternoon in the car. Like that's as far as my story goes on that one. It's just fun. Just fun.
It just like makes you it brings the serotonin back into the road trip, and you're like, cool.
Absolutely.
Next song, let's go. It might even like, keep the jams going, like whoever's DJing on the
and that's how I picture it. It's like you're probably gonna have a round robin, like you're like somebody put this on so we can sing along, and then somebody else is gonna want to put on one of their favorite sing-alongs. But it's all gonna be shit that it's all gonna be like nostalgia bait stuff, which is great for a road trip. You want it to be stuff you probably hear at karaoke, but probably not Journey, right? Like the stuff that you and your crew want to sing to. So
that was okay.
Okay, are you ready for this really quickly, Bree? And then we'll give you your next pick.
Yeah.
Pink, Christina Aguilera, Gwen Stefani, Courtney Love, Unwritten Law, Kelly Osbourne, Cheap Trick, Alicia Keys, Celine Dion. That's some of the people that Linda Perry has produced.
Whoa.
It's bananas. Yeah, she's
Courtney
massive.
Love, eh?
Yeah, pretty huge.
Wow.
And let's not forget Pitbull.
Well, obviously, but nobody has ever forgotten Pitbull ever, Don. You cannot forget Pitbull.
Let's not forget 305.
Oh my God, that's so good.
All right, third track. Where are we at now on our road trip?
Okay, so in the road trip, this is the contemplation moment. So like if we were using Rod's storyline, Rod would be alone, right? Maybe it would be the evening, later in the evening. But this is the moment of where you have like contemplation. You're kind of thinking about where you are right now in your life, who you have right now, like what you're grateful for, or even like shit that's done you dirty, whatever the tower shit you have going on. This is when you would be thinking about it.
You know what though? This is inevitable on a road trip. It's inevitable. You get in your head. You're on the road. You get in your head. You're in your thoughts. So
absolutely. And so I chose this song because I am going to get like a little personal here. When me and my husband were having a separation, we started a playlist of just like songs that reminded each other of one another. And when we were like in the process of reuniting, we were talking about how we're going to go to Moab for a bit, and we're going to play our playlist. And he's like, don't look at it yet. Don't look at it yet. Like, just like add to it. Just don't look at it. And I was like, okay. And so we're driving, and every like little baby hipster girl forever, his biggest dreams is to have somebody dedicate a Bob Dylan song to them. So this next song is Lay Lady Lay.
Lay lady lay, lay across my big breast bed. Stay lady stay, stay with your man a while.
Great call.
It's like, I'm going to cry just like running the lyrics through my brain. It's just like I was saying, it's like so romantic. Every girl that I've ever met has always wanted a Bob Dylan song dedicated to them. And this just being where we were at within separation and kind of this like yearning and longing for one another and each other, and, you know, almost like envisioning and fantasizing me like being there in the room with him, and same with him from like a romantic space, not necessarily an intimate one, but that is intimate in a way. Yeah. So it just makes me feel happy and in love and grateful for him and for what we've gone through. So
what a beautiful share, Bree.
That is very beautiful. And share. It's an incredibly appropriate song for that. It's a gorgeous song.
So beautiful. Song.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Not an easy to distinguish Bob Dylan song. Like it doesn't sound the most Bob Dylan-y.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
So, but such a great song. So beautifully written. Great call.
Yeah. So good. So good.
Rod,
it gets a little Bob Dylan-y in there, but yes, does, like the chorus is he's sounding a little yeah. He hits it sometimes, but the chorus is a little more crooner than he normally gets. Like totally. he's hitting his crooner vibes on this song for sure, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that our first Bob Dylan song?
Oh, great question. It might be, because I remember thinking Ashley was going to pick one.
I think she did. No, she picked this fucking kid. What's his fucking...
She picked She didn't pick Wallflowers either. Jacob Dylan?
Really?
I don't think so, because I thought she would. But no, this is our first Bob Dylan song, but you are right. She did pick Wallflowers.
Wow.
That's a good one too.
Damn.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not even like... I feel like people that are into Bob Dylan are into Bob Dylan.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like they are... Like he has his own fandom out there. And like this song, I think the first time I ever heard it in like my 20s, I was like, oh, I get it now. I get why people like Bob Dylan. So why he has this like following and reputation, and like the song like that. This was the song that slapped for me to be like, okay, I'm a believer. I get it.
This was also the album that came out right before he went electric and then pissed all of his fans off, because this was 69. And it was still like old school Bob Dylan, but that wasn't 69 or 70. It was Monterey Pop Fest, right? Where he played with the full electric band and pissed everybody off.
Oh, yeah.
And got booed and stuff, which is wild to think about now. Like, what the hell?
I know, because he went to an electric guitar.
Yep.
It's wild.
All right.
Great choice.
Great choice.
Thanks.
And thank you for that story. That was beautiful.
Of course.
I want to save my last one for last. But I think I'm going to, because all right, never
mind. That last one's work. You usually pick them last.
Last worse. All right. So, I mean, the best dad you'd ever want to go on a road trip with, maybe the best / worst dad you'd ever want to go on a road trip with, is Clark W. Griswold. And you want to listen to...
Yes, we're going to Wally World, baby.
Listen to Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham on that road trip.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Right,
Holiday Road.
That's the one. And he's going to do his best to make sure the family has a good time. And
he's going to do everything he can.
Absolutely. We're stopping at every point of interest. Like we have.
Yeah, it's going to be a shit show.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like we might murder somebody along the way, but that's fine. We'll hide the body together as a family.
But yeah, that's the next person I want to go on a road trip with. And I hate the Chevy Chase lore. I hate it. I wish it wasn't true.
I know. It's a bummer, man.
I know. It's like, cause he was such like in the 80s.
He was like,
he was up there with like Eddie Murphy. You know, when I think of the 80s comedy, I think of Eddie Murphy Raw and all of his stand up. Yeah. It's a big bummer because he did so many brilliant bodies of work.
You could do the Mount Rushmore, which would be like Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, John Candy.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Martin is maybe the Mount Rushmore 80s 4, you know? And then you hear the lore of Chevy Chase being an asshole, and it just bums me out at my core.
I know.
Yeah, it's sad.
But I still want to go on a road trip with him. I still want to hear Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham.
But you're not going on a road trip with Chevy Chase. You're going on a road trip.
I'm going on a road trip with
Clark Griswold.
Yeah.
Yes.
True, so I'll be fine.
I just think about like what he would take young Donnie to go do.
Yeah. We have the most fun.
It'd be the same stuff that current Donnie does on his own, which is what I love about it. It would be the Circus Museum, and it would be the place with the big Transformers out front in the Wisconsin Dells. And it would be like, you're already doing those things. You just want to do it as a younger version of you with Clark Griswold and all the hijinks to ensue. Yeah. You're kind of living the Clark Griswold life to an extent, Don.
Griswold?
I think you might be a little bit, and I'm kind of a fan of that.
Full, so
I'll take it. Roderick,
oh man,
your third choice.
Oh man, already to me, huh? Mm. Okay, so my third song. So it's nighttime now.
Okay,
everybody in my car is probably asleep, so I'm staying awake. So you need that song where you need that song that's got a good enough vibe to keep you alert, keep you going, but isn't you don't want to wake everybody up. So I'm not going to put on anything like loud or heavy. So it's got to be no raining blood. I'm not trying to terrify everybody or give them bad dreams. And there's an artist that just does that vibe really well to me. And actually I listen to them just when I'm driving at night in general, but that's why they made this playlist for me. It's this Canadian producer and DJ called K Tronada. Do you guys know him? Oh my God.
Love K Tronada.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm going with You're the One by K Tronada.
You ain't no good for me, I know it's true, but you don't have to pay, 'cause I do it for the thrill, for the rush, I do it for the pain, for your touch, when I only, when it's too much, if I survive, maybe you're the one.
This is absolute nighttime. It's got this amazing dancey groove, but I can't explain it. It's just nighttime music. It's nighttime driving. It's just interesting enough to keep me awake, but it's chill enough that I'm not going to disturb the people in my car with me, but I'm going to be happy listening to it. It's going to put me in just such a great mood.
I love K Tronada.
And K Tronada is just the shit.
He was actually my most listened to artist in 2024.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's
everything.
Amazing.
I love him. He's so fucking good. I feel like he has brought house back to its roots. I think 90s, the bucket heads and stuff like that. So his pull from kind of that 90s, real house. Okay. None of this Skrillex shit, real house. And what he's done to transform it with a mixture of 90s R&B is just, he's fucking genius. He's going to be up there. Everything he touches gold. It's
old school house. And then it has this kind of and I might be wrong about this, but to me, it's got a Miami feel to it too, which is interesting for a Canadian. It's got this nightlife. I mean, I know all house music, that's what it is, but it's just got this something about his music feels hot to me. It feels like hot weather nightclub, cool, just cool house music. Yeah, I almost went with it.
It also feels like it belongs on the Hacker soundtrack.
I don't know. It doesn't feel aggressive enough to be on Hackers, but
all right, fair enough.
I almost did Intimidated, which is a song with her.
Oh yeah, oh my God, that whole album is so good too.
Fantastic, and her voice is incredible. Yeah, 99.9 is the album of his that I've listened to the most, and that's the one I have the most connection with. So that's kind of why I went with You're the One. Stuff's great, and I'm so stoked that you know him. And then you listen to him. So he's not small. I mean, 8.1 million monthly listeners.
No, I saw him at Red Rocks.
Spotify.
Yeah. You're pretty up there.
Yeah, you're big. So, but this is my night. This is my nighttime driving music, whether I'm with people or not. But in my version of this road trip, I'm kind of by myself right now because everybody else is probably asleep, and so I need this to keep me going.
It is.
Man, are we at last picks?
Bree, we are at your final fourth choice, and you are arriving at your destination.
Oh.
Is that right? That's number 4?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys, okay, so I told myself I was going to panic choose.
Okay.
Bold strategy.
You still get to give us your honorable mentions. You still get to tell us the other choices that didn't make the cut, but this is the one that ends up on the mixtape.
This is so hard. Because I'm like, this one, it'll just like complete the entire vibration of it. But I kind of feel like when I'm arriving, it's like the middle fingers in the air. I fucking did it. So I'm going to choose Everyone's a Winner by Hot Chocolate.
Everyone's a winner, baby, that's true. That's true. Making it for you is such a thrill. Everyone's a winner, baby, that's no lie. That's no lie. You never fail to satisfy.
Literally.
I don't know this song.
What?
I don't know this.
Look it up right now. Have you ever seen Detroit Rock City?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Okay. So do you know the scene in Detroit Rock City? So they're at like the male strip club. And God, what's the name of it? The like tall, skinny kid. God, what's his name? Jay?
I do know this song. Sorry, I know this song. I just didn't know the title.
Yes.
I absolutely know this song. Oh yeah. Okay. I got it. I'm there. I'm with you. We're arriving. We're at our destination. Middle fingers up. Sorry, I just had to pull it up. I was not.
No, you're all good.
I did not know the name of the song.
You'll know. But it's just like so good. Like that song is baddie behavior. Like you fucking put sunglasses on, or if you're driving through the city and it's like you're just driving past like all these like characters, all these weirdos while this is like playing, and you're just fucking driving. You're almost at your destination. You made it. It's like I just love this song. It just makes me feel like a fucking boss, bro.
God, so good that you pulled it back to Detroit Rock City too.
Yeah, I love that movie. So good.
Such a good movie.
This is a great song.
Yeah.
Solid.
What a riff too. What a riff for like a soul. Not that soul songs don't have riffs, but that's like it's like a Zeppelin riff or something in like a soul song. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's
incredible. Such a cooler song than You Sexy Thing.
Yeah.
It is. You Sexy Thing's great, but this is way cooler.
This is way cooler.
Yeah. This is like badassery. Like I was saying, it's baddie behavior. If you're listening to this shit, like you are working it.
I love that. What a great way to wrap it up.
What a great band name too. What a great band name. Hot Chocolate is just
so
a
good.
Fantastic band name.
And also everyone, number one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not everyone. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I know.
So,
like that pun.
So Bree, is this specific to like you're arriving in like a city, or is this you're arriving wherever? Or do you picture yourself arriving in a city?
I just remember, oh my God, I didn't even tell the story. So this is when I'm arriving in the city, baby. But this song makes me think of my mom. So my mom is a product of the 70s, like big music girly. I have a lot of my taste and love for vintage from like everything that she has shared with me. And like, I remember she gave me like Purple Rain on cassette when I was a kid. And I was like, what the fuck is this? This is incredible. But this just makes me think of her because whenever this song would come on, we were always driving together, but she would just be like literally just like fucking like raging as she's driving. Just like, I'm just like, almost like, oh my God, girl, put your hands on the steering wheel. But like, this was like our song to jam out to. Like, it was just such a vibe. And it just really brings me back to this love that she instilled in me for like funk, soul, R&B, also too like in the 90s, like hip hop. She was just, my mom is so cool. She's just a crazy, amazing music icon. And for
Good
me,
job.
like her taste.
Good choice. Way to go, Bree's mom.
Yeah. Good job, Bree's mom. Yeah.
All right. My last pick.
Your last pick.
My last, I can't, maybe Rod, you can help me make ends meet of this song.
Oh, good callback. I love a good callback. Well done.
But my last road trip, like co-pilot, is none other than Roderick Deere.
Oh, I'm honored. And we've done it before.
Is this from one of y'all's road trips?
What?
The song that you're talking about?
It's not specifically from one of our road trips.
Okay.
It should have been Smooth by Carlos Santana, Rob Thomas, but it's not. But for some reason, it is Possum Kingdom by the Toadies.
Dude, it is nobody I'd rather listen to Possum Kingdom with.
Song that we've probably sang together listening to 90s on 9, but like we would talk about how good the bridge is. We would talk about like how you can't understand most of what he says.
We talk about how it's a weird time signature. Like, why are all their songs in weird time signatures? Yeah,
totally. And this would be like a topic of conversation for a while that would take us down like 50 other song roads as part of this road trip. But it would be me and Rod listening to the Toadies. Possum Kingdom is the song. And we would probably be in the PNW listening to it together.
Yeah. I love the Toadies and I love Possum Kingdom. And there's nobody I'd rather listen to Possum Kingdom with than you, buddy.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Very sweet.
Song, like that song hit and I was like, that's the song Rod and I are listening to.
And boom.
Yeah. Well, it is 90s, so that fits.
Yeah. Are you guys are pretty big like 90s fans, yeah? Favorite era of
kids in the 90s. So like that was most of what we listened to growing up.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily just 90s. Plus like the podcast that kind of sparked our love for our pod is a pod called 60 Songs That Explain the 90s, which the host of that was our guest on the base episode. So that's kind of how it all kind of that's how we make ends meet, which doesn't have anything to do with meat. Bree, I don't know if you knew that, but it has nothing to do with actual meat.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my
I love that every time you say that now, you do a hand motion that the listeners can't see, but ever since you taught me that on the last episode, you do that every time. I love it.
So you make ends meet.
Yeah. This end of this podcast and this theme of this podcast with how it started, these ends are meeting.
We're making ends meet, yeah.
For this pick.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, that's my last one.
I kind of want to talk about the Toadies for a minute.
Okay, talk about the Toadies.
They're such a weird, cool band that
such a weird band
doesn't like people know Possum Kingdom and maybe they know I Come From the Water because they kind of had a couple big songs off that record.
I Come From the Water is a great fucking song.
Great song.
I've never heard of this band. Am I?
No? Oh man, you might recognize the song if you listen to Possum Kingdom.
Yeah, you might recognize the song. And also another weird one because it's just Toadies. It's not the Toadies.
It's just Toadies, yeah. And this album is Rubberneck, which is a great album name. I don't even sure it means something. I've heard that term before.
Hey, we're talking about road trips. It's very appropriate.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're from Austin, Texas, too. A lot of Texas bands on this episode.
Huh.
Yeah.
Are Butthole Surfers from Texas, too? They feel like Butthole Surfers. Are they? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty
These guys feel like Butthole Surfer adjacent to me.
Oh, really? See,
not quite as weird. Not quite as weird.
Not that weird.
But a lot of weird time signature stuff. It's like college alternative rock from like the early 90s. So it's just this, I don't know. They're like a cooler, smarter local H.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe that's a better way to describe it. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Being Chicago? Yeah.
Sense.
Okay.
I'm just like looking at their photos online. I'm like, they're not like ringing a bell, but now I have something to go tap into.
You'll
right
recognize
after
that
podcast.
symbol. You'll recognize Possum Kingdom.
I will. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Was that their biggest song, or was I Come From? It's their biggest song, right?
111 million listens, and then there's actually another song called Tyler, and then I Come From the Water's number 3.
Oh yeah, Tyler. I forgot about Tyler.
I don't remember Tyler as much as I remember I Come From the Water.
I remember Tyler. I think the reason I go to I Come From the Water in my mind is because I just think that was the first thing I heard from them. X103, the indie alternative rock station.
X103.
Yep. You're listening to the X. I just remember hearing I Come From the Water. And then I also remember Possum Kingdom feeling a little, being young, Possum Kingdom felt a little risque, like the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, ooh, what's he singing about here? Like, going behind the shed with this girl. Like
fucking guitar tone.
Having a good
God
time.
damn, this guitar sounds so cool. God, that's really cool.
I'm going to show you my dark secret. I was just like, what's happening
play
here?
this song right now just so I can hear. I just want to hear it.
Yeah, we'll pause. You can listen.
I've written possum 3 times. I've physically written the word 3 times, and I've spelled it different every time, and all 3 times were wrong.
It's not a hard word to spell, dude. Come on.
It's such a fucking O.
Okay, yes, yes, I know this.
Okay, good. Cool voice.
What movie was this from?
Don't know. It's a great question, though.
90s movies?
No, this was in a movie. I don't remember what it was. Was it 13?
It totally was.
What movie was this song in?
All good 90s movies?
Yeah, right.
It's not on the Wikipedia, which doesn't mean it wasn't in a movie. It just means nobody's put it on their Wikipedia.
Fuck, my God, this song. Wait, is this the So Help Me Jesus?
Yep.
No? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep. That's it.
I remember. I know the song now. The song fucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was in Black Sheep.
Maybe that's where I remember it from.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Tommy Boy 2, but not.
R.I.P.
Yeah. They're from Fort Worth, not Austin. Sorry, Toadies.
Okay.
Sorry, Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Still Texas. Okay.
Still Texas.
Yeah. This is going on a playlist because this song is a banger. I just didn't know who sang it.
So this band, last thing I'll say is, I say this band, I really only know Rubberneck. I think I might have listened to the album after this, but I don't know it. I just know this album. But almost every song in this album is in some weird time signature. Like that was their thing. They were never seemed to just play in like a normal 4/4 thing. It was like they're just kind of a good alternative rock band from the 90s, but they always had this weird they had to do something weird with all their songs, but it did help them stand out. Like you can't help but remember that guitar riff for this.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as you heard it, Brie, you're like, oh yeah, this song.
Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, So Help Me Jesus.
Yep. Super recognizable. So
yeah.
Well, that was a very touching pick, Don. I would love to go on another road trip with you. It's been too long.
We'll do that in a couple of days.
Well, I don't know if that qualifies as a road trip, but we'll make it a road trip. We'll call it a road trip.
That's a great question. How long does a road trip have to be?
4 hours minimum.
Oh, shit. Okay,
yeah, I would say that's minimum 4 hours. I might even go longer, but yeah.
Okay.
So
that's fair. For sure, 4 hours minimum.
All right. My last pick mine's not Arrival. I didn't do Arrival. I have this thing where it's not even a distance thing, the last hour or 2 hours of a road trip. So you're on a road trip, it's a long trip, especially if it's a long one, like a 10-hour trip or something like that, or a multi-day trip. Those last 2 hours don't last for 2 hours. They last for 4 hours. Like they are the longest 2 hours. So I think, all of it. I'm like, why aren't we there yet? So the music's important. I think you need something like happy. You need something to try to put you in a better mood. But this song, it's a little on the nose, but I don't care. It feels right for that kind of last hour of the road trip. But I'm going to go with Jackson Browne, Running on Empty.
Good one.
Great call. No, that's really well done.
Which it just feels like you're pulling it. I guess I bookended this with the Runnin' songs now since you picked the Cars and I couldn't. So I bookended it with Running Down the Dream and Run on Empty. But they're two great road trip songs. And Jackson Browne is just got that sweet 70s rock voice. Just such a, he could sing whatever to me. I love that dude's voice.
I agree with that.
So good.
Just a cool guy, I don't know. This song just a lot of this kind of 70s rocks feels like road trip music to me, but I grew up on that. So I think that's why. To your point, Brie, you were talking about your mom, my family never flew anywhere. We drove everywhere and it was always my dad's music, which was a lot of Eagles, Jackson Browne, stuff like this. So this in my mind is what road trip music is, but I do think it's more than that. I think it has that sound to it too. I think these kind of bands sound like the feeling you get when you're on an open road out somewhere. Totally. They just have that sound.
It's
so those
freedom.
Exactly. Those Southwestern sounding rock bands, it just feels that way to me. So this feels like you're you're arriving, you're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. You need Jackson Browne. I need Jackson Browne to sing me in. Come on, dude.
Take me home.
Take me home, Jackson.
Take me home.
So, what's interesting about him too is I almost picked, I didn't, because I know I've picked them before and I probably have talked about him even more, but I almost picked Take It Easy by Eagles.
Yeah.
Not the Eagles.
Just Eagles. No the.
Great road trip song too, but I don't know. I've talked about Eagles too much, but Jackson Browne co-wrote that song with Glenn Frey of Eagles. Yeah. So he's like the co-writer of Take It Easy. Even that's a Jackson Browne song. So I was like, well, shit. I think that made me think, well, what about Running on Empty?
See, I even thought about putting I don't know, it was like Neil Young or Neil Diamond. Like, I don't know. I went down that road, pun intended, as well.
Ooh.
I was like, I could just make this all just kind of like vintage rock, because even me, like, that feels like a proper road trip. But
I'm 100% with you, Brie. My first 4 songs were all like classic rock, and then I had to go back and be like, no, I don't want to do a classic rock playlist. Like, that's a road trip for me, but like, yeah, I'm with you though. That era, like 70s, early 80s rock, late 60s, like that stuff just feels like road trip music.
Yeah.
It feels like that's when America was driving everywhere. You're just driving all over the place. You're driving coast to coast. You're not flying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does anything suck more than the drive home from a road trip?
Well, sometimes I feel like you do get home faster.
Okay.
Whoa, could that be the sequel?
The return trip.
Driving back home.
Yeah, we can figure that out.
I feel like that's a real thing. I've always heard people talk about. It's like the trip home always seems shorter than the trip there.
Yeah, like I'm always like, there's always like this like moment of like being like a little bummed, you know?
Yeah. I do think, it's funny that you said the 4-hour thing, because I grew up in Indianapolis, and we would go to Chicago for shows all the time when I was in high school. And that's a 4-hour drive. Indy to Chicago, 4 hours, 4 hours back. So you're driving 4 hours to see a 3-hour show and then driving 4 hours back that same night. And yeah, some people would sleep, and it did feel like the trip home went faster, but man, it's both. It did go faster, but it also sucked, Dawn. You're like, God, I just want to be home.
Yeah.
I just want to be home.
I'm tapped.
I'm done. But the music also was even more important then, because you're not trying to fall asleep behind the wheel. Like, you need the music to get you through, but it was rough. That's rough.
I had a friend of a friend that was a van driver, like merch guy for Fall Out Boy, like pretty early in.
Oh my gosh, throwback.
And will straight up tell you, like, the only thing to keep you awake is trying not to piss your pants. So if you are in a situation where it's like, I'm about to fall asleep, you drink as much as you can, as fast as you can, until the pee starts to come. And then that will keep you awake from falling asleep. But you just have to fight the pee the whole time.
Wow. So you're torturing yourself either way. There's no ease.
It's still scary. It's still scary to be in a van with a bunch of people and a bunch of equipment, knowing that somebody is torturing themselves just to stay awake and keep us all alive. That's
also
terrifying.
Like, I'm a passenger princess. Like I would, like, I can do like 4 hours. I could do 4 hours of driving, but I can't do like a full 8. Like, I think I'll lose my mind.
Okay, longest continuous drive you've ever done.
4 hours.
You go first. 4 hours. Okay.
That's talking with like no overnight stay or no stop.
No, you can stop for gas and stuff, but like no overnight stay, no changing drivers. Like, you drove the entire time. You only stopped for peeing or food or, or gas.
Yeah.
Longest continuous drive, Don.
13 hours, Chicago to New Orleans.
13 hours.
Oh
okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I did 22 hours from Naples, Florida to Indianapolis.
Holy shit.
Rod, I'm pretty sure
Straight.
that's
I was 8.
You were legally drunk from sleep.
I was 18. I don't remember it.
I'm sure.
Don't remember it. Yeah, there was a good reason for doing that stupid thing, but don't do a 22-hour drive.
Was it a girl, Rod?
Don't worry.
It was not a girl. I was in Naples with my girlfriend's family, but my band was about to record our record in Colorado with Bill Stevenson.
Yeah.
Like Descendants, Black Flag, that dude. Like, it was a big deal. But I was on vacation, and so I had to drive to get back home so we could all pack up the van and drive all the way to Colorado. So I got to Indy, no sleep. We packed up the van, which was my van. We all got in, and then we drove to Colorado. I slept from Indianapolis to like Kansas. Like I remember waking up because I was exhausted because I just drove 22 hours. So
I was like terrified that you were going to tell me that you drove to Colorado. I was like, after that, I was like,
no, I was like, guys, I'm not. Well, I usually did drive too. I usually drove with that band, but I was like, I'm sleeping in the back. Sorry, guys.
Fucking deuces. That's wild.
Bree, do you want to share your honorable mentions with us?
Yeah. How many can I share?
I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 6,
5, 7,
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honorable mention number 1 is Orville Peck, Drive Me Crazy.
Totally.
From Show Pony.
You know what's wild is the second. You don't hear the intro, Bree. Like Don and I do the intro by ourselves, but Bob Dylan came up in the intro and Orville Peck came up in the intro.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Just Kismet stuff today.
I love Orville Peck.
That's some kind of witch shit.
He brought country back, I feel like. Like
he totally did.
True,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
like I'm thinking like 60s country, like Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Hank Williams Jr., Johnny Cash, even Elvis.
Yeah. Plus, you're going to get to see him in the new Street Fighter movie when that comes out next year.
What?
Weird.
Street Fighter?
Yeah.
There's a movie coming out?
Yeah, and he's going to be in it.
Wow, I am like behind. Second honorable mention was Joy Division, Isolation.
Ooh. Absolutely. Absolutely would road trip and listen to Joy Division.
Oh, so good. Okay, and then I'll give you, can I do 3 more?
Yeah. Fire them out.
Okay. The next one is kind of like what Rod was talking about. Like you just need somebody to get you up and get you going and change the mood while everybody's asleep and you're driving. It's this metal band. It's called Fuzz. And the song is What's in My Head.
Okay.
It's Ty Segall's metal band.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. This album is fucking incredible. What's in My Head it's insane. And then the last go ahead.
Sorry, I really like Ty's stuff. I didn't know he had a metal band. You're introducing me to this. Is exciting because he's already got like metal vibes and some of that solo stuff. It's like psychedelic metal shit. So
he's so good, but like his metal band is insane. It's very, you are going on a trip. Do you want to hear a fun story about Ty Segall?
Of course.
Okay. So in Boulder, there used to be this like little DIY spot that was in like a garage storage unit. It was called Astroland. And this was
amazing.
like, I don't know, I was like 22, I think, when he came to play at this like little like rinky dink auditorium essentially. And, in Denver. And then afterwards, there was like rumors that he was going to just come up to Astroland and play a couple songs with his band, and nobody believed him, but we still all went. And he showed up at Astroland, and it's like you could probably fit 20 people in there comfortably, and there was like 50 people plus a band playing. It got so hot that everybody looked like they dumped like water on themselves, to the point where everybody just got naked. It was insane. I was wild. Just like people were like falling into like the chick with the drums, and just like it was like this massive sea of just like fucking naked.
Holy shit.
It was insanity.
That's a great story because it feels like it's not actually, it feels like it's gonna be one of those stories where like, okay, that's sure that happened, but that's not that interesting. And then all of a sudden you're like, and then everyone got naked. Oh, okay. That's what's going on.
Yeah. A lot of us couldn't find pants or tops. So we just like raw dogged it home. Last one is the Cranberries Linger.
Solid
song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, I am going on a road trip with Maurice from Little Monsters, and we're listening to Road
Oh my God, dude.
Road to Nowhere by the Talking Heads.
Did you just say Little
Fucking
Monsters,
Maurice
though?
from Little Monsters?
Yeah, but we'd have to drive at night because
You have to go at night or else he's going to melt.
Yeah.
But
so it's Road to Nowhere by the Talking Heads.
Howie, you're going with Howie, man.
Yep. I'm
Del.
going with Maurice. I'm not going
with Maurice, but
yeah. I am going on a road trip with the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and we're listening to Radar Love by Golden Earring.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh,
Fantastic.
That's a good
and
one.
then I'm going on a road trip with David Lee Roth, and we're just listening to Panama.
You're listening to his own music?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like David Lee Roth would be down for that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be into it.
Those are my 3 honorable mentions.
All right. So those are great. I've got a handful here. So these aren't in order, but this one would have been an evening one, but Don Henley, Boys of Summer.
Okay.
Summer is so good.
Sun setting. I see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
The final one, so last hour, the Traveling Wilburys, Into the Line.
Good call. Supergroup.
It's not ringing any bells for me.
It was a band of Roy Orbison, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, Jeff Lynne from ELO, and George Harrison
How
from
did
the
I not
Beatles.
know about this? It's like
Chris
a highwayman of like.
Oh no, Chris Christopherson was not.
No, that was the Highwaymen. So it was those 5 guys in the Traveling Wilburys. They did one album, and Roy Orbison passed away like a week after the album came out.
Really?
Yeah,
but it's
off the album.
That's it. Into the Line was the single. They did a video for it.
I love Roy Orbison.
Great song. They do it so cool too. So that one's cool because Tom Petty sings every verse, but every chorus is sung by somebody else. So like Roy sings a chorus, George sings a chorus, Jeff Lynne sings a chorus. It's just a great song. You should check them out. If you like Bob, if you'll like them, if you like the stuff that you said, some of the stuff you put on this playlist. Another evening one was Blackwater by Doobie Brothers.
Good call.
Or that could be the sing along. Yeah, the sing along karaoke one.
Yeah, that
Kansas.
would be a karaoke.
Yeah. I love that. I love Blackwater's great song.
If you can get the car to do the round.
To do the round? That's what I'm saying. If everybody knows the song and y'all pick a part.
Do the round, yeah.
Right?
Pretty big.
Kansas Wayward Son. I just want to hear everybody. I want to get everybody to try to sing that. Yeah. And then you can headbang to the guitar solo, Bohemian Rhapsody style.
I'm already like, I'm there with you. I'm in it.
Yeah. Great call.
And then lastly, I don't know where this would have fit, but Hey Jealousy by the Gin Blossoms feels like a road trip song to me.
That's a good one too.
Love that.
I just don't know where it would have gone in there. So honorable mention.
Good call.
You want to fire out the list, Don?
Let's read this bitch. Hold on, I got notepads everywhere. Okay, 13th floor elevator. You're gonna miss me. The Cars Drive. Tom Petty, Running Down a Dream. Jonathan Richmond.
Yeah.
Jonathan Richmond. I Was Dancing in the Lesbian Bar. Snoop Doggy Dogg, Gin and Juice. Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. It's just Semi-Charmed Life.
Semi-Charmed Life.
Semi-Charmed Life, Third Eye Blind. Lay Lady Lay by Bob Dylan. Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham.
So good.
Kate Tronada. You're the one. Everyone's a Winner by Hot Chocolate. Possum Kingdom by the Toadies, and Running on Empty by Jackson Browne. What a now, Bree, you know that you're responsible for sequencing this, right?
I am.
Yeah, so I'm going to send you a picture of the list, and you have to put them in your perceived correct order. So
okay.
You can just text me back the order that you think the song's going. Me and Rod will tell you that, like, afterwards in the next episode, we'll say that you did it wrong and make fun of you when you're not paying attention.
He says that, and it's true. But there's been a few people who have nailed it, though. There's been a few people that have nailed it. So
there have been fewer that have nailed it that have gotten it right.
Yeah, but only a couple people have completely fucked it up. All
right. Well, I'm not nervous or anything. That's fine.
You should.
Great.
Please, everyone go listen to Horoscopes. It's so good.
Did you listen to it?
And what a fun, unique spin on true crime. I love it.
Thank you.
And who's your co-host, Bree? It's you and
my co-host is Megan. She's awesome, incredible human. We met teaching yoga together, and in the yoga world, it's very rare sometimes like that you kind of find your people unless you're like so far left that you've gone right. Do you know what I mean? Where you're like. It's a very woo-woo industry.
Yeah.
And so I remember meeting her and I was like, you look like me, kind of safe. And she came in wearing a Last Podcast on the Left sweatshirt. And I was like, okay, you're my people, dude. I'm talking to you. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. And the rest is ancient history. And so we've just been good friends ever since. So it's really exciting to start that.
Where else is it streaming? Everywhere?
Apple, the Google one, and then hopefully we're going to do video soon. So we'll see how that goes.
We are envious that you guys get to record live.
It's pretty fun.
We tried.
That's cool. We tried once. We fucked it up. You and Christian were not prepared for it. Just throwing you under the bus there a bit. But
no, it's true.
Recording live is fun.
How to make a mixtape.
But Bree, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you. It was great to meet you, Bree.
Oh my God, thanks for having me on. Yeah, just so much fun. You guys are the best, and it's really cool what you're doing. And thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it was very sweet. Thank you. It was a great time.
Boy, it's gonna get to bed. It's 10:47 in this time zone.
It is 10:47.
Yeah, honestly, I turn into a pumpkin at 9, so got a jet.
All right, cool.
All right. Thanks, Bree.
Bye. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.